Hi and welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to create this cover page or flyer in Word. So the first thing to do is to put in some of our graphics. So let's go to Insert, Shapes, click on the drop down, select the circle, hold down your Shift key so you make a perfect circle. If you don't, you'll make an oval. And then every time you insert a shape, it will come with a border line and a fill color. So what we're going to do is make sure the shape is selected, go to Shape Format and go over to Format Pane. In here you can see we've got a bucket icon, and if you click on Fill and Line, this is referencing the fill color and the solid line color that goes around the outside. So here I'm going to click on No Line, and I'm going to leave these colors as is at the moment, and I'm just going to duplicate this circle 3 times. So all you need to do is select the circle. You can do this with any shape. Hold down your Alt or Option key, just click and drag, and it will duplicate your shape or your image. So now we're just going to reduce the size of them. Don't forget you need to hold down that Shift key, and then we're just going to move them to roughly where they need to be. We can always move them and resize them at the end. So for this one here, we're going to change the inside to a pattern. So select it, go over to your fill options and click Pattern Fill. You can select from any of these patterns. I'm going to select this one here, and then I'm going to go up to Send Backwards, click on the drop down and select Send to Back, and you can see that that circle has now been sent behind these other 2 circles. Then I'm going to select this circle here. Then on the solid fill up here, I'm going to go to Color, and I'm going to select from this row here. Now it's always good to have your colours cohesive. That means you can select from a colour palette, or you can select from a tonal value, which is this section here. So I'm going to select this one, but not only am I going to change the colour, I'm also going to change the transparency with this slider here. Again, personal choice, but again it's another technique that can be used to add just a little bit of interest to your design. So this circle here, I'm just going to go back over and make sure I'm along this line here and just change the colour. And then with this circle here, I'm actually only going to use the outline. So I'm going to go back over and select solid line. Then I'm going to go to width, and I'm just going to select 5 and then press enter. Then I'm going to go up to the fill and select no fill, and you can see now we've got just that outline. So I'm going to go back down to the line and create a gradient. So select gradient line. Now you'll see we've got these 4 markers. Now for this design I don't need 4 markers. So I'm going to select one and press minus. This one is selected, I'm going to press minus again. You can see the effect this gradient has on the outline. I'm going to change the colour. So I'm going to select the drop down and select a grey. Then I'm going to select this colour and then select a different colour, and then I'm just going to increase the width of that to 8, press enter, then reduce the size of it, then hold down my Alt or Option key and duplicate it, deselect, reselect one of them and duplicate again. Then I'm going to select them all. So select one, hold down your Command or your Control key on your keyboard and select them all. Go up to the Align tool and go to Distribute Horizontally, and that will mean there's an equal distance between all of them. Then Align, Align to Middle, Group, select Group, and then this is all one group. And we can just move this to the side for now. Then we can add some additional graphics. So we'll go back to Insert, Shapes, and we'll go down to the moon shape. Then just click and drag out a moon shape. You can see we've got this little yellow box here that allows us to move this to a sharper or less sharp moon shape, so that gives us a level of flexibility. Now once again this has got a border line which I'm going to get rid of, so I'm going to go over to line and select no line, and on this one I'm going to fill it with a gradient fill, and because it's been rehearsed these colours are already in, but again select them, select your colour, select the other colour and select from your palette. I'm also going to affect the transparency again. I'm just going to turn that down a little bit, and then we can play around with the size, but also the rotation as well. You use this little circular arrow at the top, and then we just need to change the width just so that we can cover that bottom corner, but we're not leaving it too sharp at the end. Maybe pull this up a bit. Perfect. Now we can duplicate it. Again, select it, hold down the Alt or Option key, click and drag. Click off them both, select this one, and then we're just going to reduce the size of it just so that we can move it easily. Rotate it once again. Again, all personal choice. Duplicate it again. Deselect both of them and reselect this one. And again, I'm just going to rotate this one a little bit. What I can do is adjust the colour and pull that colour a bit dark. You can see if I pull this over to the right how it affects that shape. And then once again, we're going to copy it, deselect, reselect this one. And once again, we're going to rotate it and pop it at the top here, just to add a little bit of extra interest in this top corner. And we can move these circles accordingly. Now we're going to put in our image. So go to Insert, Pictures. You can select a picture of your own, but I'm going to select stock images. So I'm going to go to the top here. I'm just going to type in aeroplane, and then I can scroll down and select one of my choice. And select this one here and click Insert. When your image is inserted, you won't be able to move it. So select it. Go to Wrap Text and select in front of text. Now we can move it. Now because I want this to be cropped into a circle, I first have to crop it to a square. So select it, go to Crop, click on the drop down, go to Aspect Ratio, click 1:1. Then you can move this left and right, or you can resize the square, but make sure you hold down the Shift key, otherwise it will transform into a rectangle. Select the area you want and press Enter. Then go back up to Crop, select Crop to Shape, and then select the circle, and then you can move this any way you like in your design. I'm going to move mine down to the bottom here. Once again, selected, centre back, centre back. Again, you can readjust this until it suits the look you're going for. And then we're going to insert the text. Go to Insert, Text Box, Draw Text Box, click and draw out a text box. With every text box, if I deselect it, it will come with a black border line and a white background. So for this, we want to get rid of both of those. So what we're going to do is select it, go to Shape Format, go to this icon here, which is No Outline, Shape Fill, No Fill, and then we can just insert our text, and then we can adjust the text, go to the Home tab. I'm going to choose a different colour. I'm going to choose a different font, which will be Avenir. Choose bold, and then using this icon, I'm just going to increase the size, and then just reduce the size of this text box. Then all I'm going to do is hold down my Alt or Option key, click and drag out another text box. And then with this one, all I'm going to do is put in some more text, but what I will do to speed things up is just simply copy and paste it. Now with this text here, you'll notice I've got these little bullet points, and the way I've done those bullet points, if I just zoom in, I've actually made these bullet points by creating a circle and a gradient. So the way I've done that is to click Insert, Shapes, click on the circle, draw out a circle holding down the Shift key. I've simply gone back over to Shape Format and the bucket icon, taken off the line, selected Gradient Fill, which is obviously the same as we've used here and also on the moons, reduce the size of it and just simply put them next to each of my bullet points. Once I've finished doing that, I then selected them all by holding down my Alt or Option key, or sorry, my Command or Control key again, select them all, select the words, go to Shape Format, select Group, and group again, and now that's all one group. It just makes the bullet points a little more interesting. But in addition, I'm going to use this text box again to hold down the Alt or Option key and click out another text box. On this one we're going to change the text again, and then we're going to move it here. Don't worry about the alignment, we're going to do it all at the end because it all moves as we develop the design. But what we can do is click on this, and as you move it you can see it's quite clunky. If you hit the Alt or Option key you can see it smooths that out for us. So I'm just going to pop this in the middle. So once you're happy with that, select it, hold down the Alt or Option key, click and drag out another one, and then do the same with the next one as well. We can go ahead and just change the numbers to suit you depending on whether you want to use these or not. And it's just another different design technique. And then we can just go ahead, holding down that Command or Control key, select them all, go to group and select group. And again, we've got one group that we can move. And then finally, let's select this one, hold down the Alt or Option key again, select this text box, and we're going to enter in some more text. Select the text, go to the Home tab, change the text to white, then align to the right, and then increase the size of it. This time we're going to select the same font, but we're going to select it in heavy. Increase the font again, or the font size. And then just selecting the word design, we're going to go back up to Avenir, and this time we're going to select light. So just see, you can change that font slightly just to create a little more interest. And then once again we can move this around with our Alt or Option key, smoothing out that action. So once you're finished with everything, you need to zoom out and say what is catching my eye, what doesn't work, what do I need to move. And you can see this is too close, the words may be a bit too close to this circle here. So what we can do, we can just make a few adjustments. Perfect. So once you're happy with your design, you can save this as a PDF or a template where you can just come back and make some adjustments to it, but the original will always be saved. Now the way to do that is to go up to File, Save As, then you can go down to the bottom here and select PDF, or you can go to File, Save as Template, make sure you're on the Templates file here, and again at the bottom make sure you've selected Word Templates and then click Save. If you can't be bothered to do all of this design but you quite like it, then I will put a link in the description below where you can download it. So I hope this has helped you today. If it has, please like and subscribe, and have a great day.